Hey everybody, it's Michael here from GetFitOver40.com. Took a bit of a break. Haven't made a video in probably a couple of weeks just because, well, I went away on my holiday. I think my last video was my birthday video. Basically, I shot it on my birthday, which was April 5th, or posted it at least. I think I shot it on the 4th and posted it on the 5th. And then on the 6th, we went away on a holiday. And my goal for that holiday was to just have a holiday. I didn't work out once. I didn't track any food. I ate what I wanted. As you know, I've been bulking, and the bulk was really tough on me. The amount of eating I had to do, I just always felt full. It was like every meal was unpleasurable. I didn't enjoy food at all. So I wanted to go away and enjoy food again. So I ate what I felt like eating. I didn't overeat. I didn't undereat. You know, I had some drinks. Enjoyed maybe a few too many drinks, but I just enjoyed myself. I wanted to get all that out of my system prior to coming back. And you know, now I'm about 11 and a half weeks out. We'll get into that a bit more from the Pro-Am, and so it's go time, right? So what happened during that, you know, 10-11 days? Well, I went away. I was about 215 pounds. I dropped a couple pounds from 217, probably because of the cold that I was suffering before the holiday. Even though I was eating a lot, a cold will burn up some energy while the colds just make your metabolism, your body's fighting the cold. So you're going to be, even when you think you're at maintenance, you're probably not, because your body is burning fuel all the time fighting the cold. So I probably underate, even though I was eating as much as I could during the cold time, and I ended up losing a couple pounds. It just happens. I mean, a couple pounds is no big deal. I was trying to get to 220. It didn't happen. When I got back from the trip, I actually weighed in at 210. So I went away on a holiday, drank and ate what I wanted, and I lost 5 pounds. Some of you are going to hate me for it, but that's because my body was so used to eating so much that when I just ate a normal amount of food, maybe a little more than most people, I actually lost weight. Now some of it's water, water retention. I think I lost a bit of water. I stopped taking things like creatine, some other supplements, and so there is some water loss when you stop taking things like creatine. Also glycogen loss. I wasn't training, I wasn't weight training, so all that glycogen that weight training pumps into your muscles, so when you're weight training and pushing weights, the byproduct is your body will push glycogens into your muscles, right? It wants to put that glucose into the muscle for the next training session. So I probably diminished that quite a bit. And that's what happens, is you don't really lose strength so much. You lose a little bit of size. It feels like you're losing muscle, but you're not. It's the glycogens getting pulled from the muscle. Your body doesn't need it anymore. It pulls the glycogens out, and you lose it. Now, as soon as you start training again, you start to fill in pretty quick, and you start to look like you used to. So I'm up another 3 pounds now. I'm back up to about 213. You know, some of that weight, that 5 pounds might have been fat, so maybe I dropped 2 pounds of fat. So maybe I'm right back where I was at 213 with maybe a little bit less fat on me. So now I did do a full body, I got my cheat sheet here, but I did do a full body Sculpt Aim body fat analysis and body composition test when I came back, just to see where I'm at prior to my full-on, conscious prep. And I came in at 9.8% body fat, so I'm very happy with that. That's after a bulk and after a holiday, and I'm still under 10%, just squeaked in there. And I was at like 99.3 muscle quality. So muscle quality was fine, and that was even before I even started training again. So muscle quality was good. Body fat's in line with my goals. There was, I think, a couple locations that because I've never done a full body Sculpt Aim test. I've only done like some basically I would do tricep, what's the other one? Ab and quad. I pretty much did the whole thing. You do calf, you do forearm, you do bicep, tricep, you do shoulder, you do chest, you do back, lower back, abs, a whole bunch of spots, and you do both sides of your body too. So I did every point. There was a couple spots that I maybe didn't quite get exactly the target zone that they wanted me to measure. I was a little outside of it. So next time I do it, now that I know more about the full test, I'm going to try and hit those points a little bit tighter, and that should give me even more of an accurate result. But because it was only a few spots out of the total, I don't think it's going to affect it tremendously. You know, it may have actually worked in my favor if I had done the right spots, because I did test further, closer to where my love handles are, where I should have been more into where my lower back was in the middle. Anyways, we'll find that out. I'm not going to test with the Sculpt Aim like every week. I'll probably do it every couple weeks just to test the progress going into the show. So again, we're 11 and a half weeks out from the Vancouver Pro-Am, and it's go time now. It's contest prep. You know, it's all about tracking food right now. It's all about getting really hard workouts and not missing a workout, making sure the intensity's there. You know, sometimes I usually do about an hour and 15-minute workout, you know, when I'm off season. Now it's like an hour and a half to an hour 45. I don't mess around. The idea here is to grow into the show. And so, you know, proper eating, proper training, proper supplements, just no excuses, right? It's just go time. And I can generally put on a good 5 pounds in the contest prep mode in going towards a show. So hopefully I can do that. I can add another 5 pounds of muscle. And you know, what I plan to do is lose a good 10 pounds of fat, because right now I'm sitting at about 20 pounds of body fat. If I can get it down to about 10 pounds, that'll get me in about 5% body fat range. And if I can gain 5 pounds of muscle, I'll for sure be in a 205 to possibly even 210 weight for show day. So that's the goal. You know, it's going to be a lot of work. Right now I'm already in a calorie deficit, not a hard one. I'm eating 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day. That's down compared to where I was. I was eating about 4,300 calories a day in the bulk mode, right? So I'm down a good, you know, I'm down a lot. And so I'm trying to put myself in about, you know, 700 calorie deficit right now, day to day. So that's kind of the goal, just to scrub off some body fat. I want to get to a more comfortable range. I'm wanting to get around 7-8%. I feel just better. I feel like I tighten up in my midsection, especially, you know, my lower back area. I tighten up there, and I just want to be able to see some of the definition. So as I train, I can see what's going on a little bit better, and I just feel better. It's a better weight for me. It's a better feel. It's a better look, and it's not far off from contest ready condition. So, you know, dropping a couple percent in the last month is really easy for me, especially if I've dropped some weight early on in the cut, kind of leveled off, right? Sort of like, you know, my body went down, and like over the next month I hope to get it down to about 7-8% and then level it off for a bit for a month. You know, just train hard and keep the weight the same, lose a little fat, gain a little muscle during that time, and then a month before the show, it's okay, what do I need to do to get this last couple percent off? And it's pretty easy because my body's not fighting me, it's maintaining, it's not in a, you know, it's not in a metabolic condition where it's trying to fight for food and figure out where calories are coming from. It's ready. So now I can get into that a heavy calorie deficit for the last month without stripping a lot of muscle. Usually the first 2 weeks of that last month are, you know, they're relatively easy, and then the last 2 weeks is where you really have to, you know, tighten it up. And that's where potential muscle loss can happen, because you really get down to the low body fat percentages. But it's minor, it's minimal, right? It's worked for me in the past many times. I've done lots of shows this way, and it works. So that's pretty much it. Again, hopefully I'm going to hit stage around 205 to 210. That's the goal. That'll be 10 pounds to 15 pounds higher than my last show. I walked on stage at 195, even in my last Classic Physique show, and still did pretty well. So another 10 pounds of muscle, and that's going to be awesome. That'll look good. I think it'll be nice as long as I can get shredded and, you know, conditioned and have the right shape. All right, that's it. Been a bit of a long update. You know, I hope to have some more informative videos and things like that. It's just been, when you're on holidays and stuff, you just, you know, you got to take a break from it all. You just stop thinking about, you know, making videos and stuff. If you want to see kind of what I did, if you're not following me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, then make sure to check those. I'll put the links in the description of this video. I did take quite a few pictures on the trip, and they're all posted there, and some videos and stuff. So if you want to see kind of what I was up to, I was in San Diego, California, basically Oceanside, so a little bit outside of San Diego, and we had a great time. It was a really nice family holiday. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Until next time, take care.